Say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So how many of you here today know how to make a spreadsheet on Excel? Okay, well my name is Marielle Metzendorf. I'm going to be giving you a quick presentation on how to create a spreadsheet on Excel. Specifically for our business, we're going to be doing it for keeping track of alterations, but it can be applied to a lot of other businesses as well. I have worked with Excel for the past probably 6 years in high school, taken a few classes on it in college, and in one of my past jobs as a manager at a retail store, I used it on a daily basis, keeping track of items that are coming and going that customers needed. So just a preview of what we're going to be talking about. First of all, we're going to be talking about what to do when we first get an alteration, what to enter in onto the spreadsheet, and then how to keep it updated and accurate so that all the employees are aware of what's going on. All employees will be doing this, so you should pay attention because it's an important thing to know, and you do not want to have bad customer service and not make the customer happy. Okay, so one of my main points, who you as the employees will be doing this, creating a spreadsheet, where you're going to be doing this at the store location. One Tooth Activewear is where I used to work at Bayshore Mall. So you will be using the computer there. We have Excel and Word all set up on the computer, so you don't need to worry about bringing your own computer. When you're going to be doing this on a daily basis when you are at work, so whenever you get a customer that needs an alteration, then you will be using a spreadsheet to put their information in. And then why do we do this? We do this mostly just to make everyone's lives a little easier and less confusing. With a lot of customers getting their pants hemmed, it is hard to keep track of them, especially when they're coming and going from the tailor. So keeping track of who got what and when, and then keeping track of when it's getting dropped off is very important. Otherwise, you will end up with some angry customers who don't have any clothes, which they have already paid for. So we'll just start from step one. I'll grab some pants. So when someone tries on a pair of pants and they want them hemmed, obviously they'll be wearing them, but what you will do is you will take the bottom and wherever they want it shortened to, say they want it like an inch shorter, you're going to pin the ends around this. So that way you will be able to let the tailor know where they want them shortened to. You only need to do one leg because the tailor, who is much more better at sewing than I'm sure we all are, will make sure they're both exactly the same on each side. So just only do one for whatever the customer wants. Following that, after you have pinned their pants for them, and then you're going to go ahead and complete the transaction. So make the sale of the pant and have them pay for it ahead of time. Alterations are included on all of our pants, so there won't be a fee of any kind for any alterations. Thirdly, after they leave, you give them their receipt and let them know that alterations usually take about a week. The woman who does ours comes in weekly, so you can always count on telling the customer that they will be done in a week. After they leave, you're going to go into the computer and open Excel. Every month there is going to be a new spreadsheet, so it'll be either called July hemming sheet, August hemming sheet, October hemming sheet, whatever the month is. You're going to open that spreadsheet, and then in the spreadsheet is going to be a few different columns, just like a basic tracking sheet. So the first column is going to have their name. So before the customer leaves, you're going to ask for their first name and their last name, and you're going to enter this into the first column. This is obviously just so we know the customers by name and they feel comfortable with us, talking to them and not just a number or, someone without a name. Then you're going to enter a phone number for them, so you will get this from them as well before they leave. This is just so we can call them when their pants are actually back in the store after being altered, and they can come in and pick them up when convenient for them. The third is going to be the date they came in. So you obviously will put the date that they bought them, which will be that date. and then you will say, and then the last column is going to be if they're back in. Oops. Once they're back in the store, then you're going to put a Y for yes or an N for no. So if you just got them, you're going to put an N stating that they still need to go out. And then finally, your last column is going to be the date they picked them up. So just so we make sure everyone's pants that are in have picked them up, or do we still need to call them? And then and then there's also one more column at the end where you are going to say if you had called the customer or not to let them know their pants are in. So that's going to be another Y or an N for yes or no. So once you call them, just put a Y. If the person coming in after you needs to call them, then put an N. So yeah, that's basically all the information we're going to be putting into the spreadsheet. And then obviously once you finish it, you need to save it so that it updates and everyone is aware of what's going on and not just besides you. In conclusion, so the spreadsheet is very important, not in just our retail business, but in all businesses, because it has so many different functions, and we only covered some basic, some functions where you type in stuff to keep track of it, but there's a ton of data analysis you can do with it, so it really can be applied to basically any job you'll ever have in a business or a retail situation, and just keeping that customer service good, that every item we're getting in from the alteration is going back out to the customer right away. And the only way to know all this is to keep it all in one place, so we're not scrambling all over the place trying to find so-and-so's pants, or when they pick them up, or when they need to be dropped off, that everything is localized and in a certain document, so it makes it easier for everyone. And like I said, just keeping it updated and accurate is probably the most important thing about the spreadsheet. So just make sure you're saving and make sure you're letting people know, if they need to call someone or if they need to drop pants off, just kind of letting everybody know what's going on, being courteous. So if you have any questions regarding this spreadsheet, you can contact me, Mary Ellen, as the former manager. I will be able to help you with anything you need to know about what information you will need. Otherwise, there is Jody, who is the owner of the store, so you can also ask him, and then any other employee who is knowledgeable and skilled in Excel definitely can help you out. We will go over this in a actual demonstration as well, so I will show you also using the computer how to do it. But if you have any questions, feel free to answer them. Thanks for listening.